Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower Oracle. My name is Krista, and I deliver the messages and frequencies you need to align to your soul's most authentic and abundant path and nature. So, for today's reading, I am doing another short and sweet one card tarot pull along with one oracle card. And my prompt, my question for this reading is, what is it time to let go of? Like, what are you ready to shed? What is ready to be transformed and released and turned into compost to help nourish the grounds of your soul and help move you into a more authentic version, a more whole version, a more vulnerable version of who you truly are in this world? So today I have chosen to use dried roses. So go ahead and you can choose group number 1 with the red rose, group number 2 with the pink, group number 3 with the red again, and then group number 4 with the bud. So this is a petalless rosebud. So yeah, whatever's calling you in, I will see you in the reading, and yeah, I'll see you there. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower Oracle. My name is Krista, and I channel the messages and frequencies you need to align to your soul's most authentic nature and path. So, for today's reading, we are using dried roses, and that was intentional because the question I'm asking is, what is it time to release in your life? What are you ready to let go of? What are you ready to shed? The dried roses are just representative of releasing the old, letting the old kind of dry out and die off. And also it's somewhat representative of the beauty and death in a way. They're still absolutely beautiful. The color is still intact, if not even more deep. And there's just beauty in all processes of life. And so let's go ahead and see what your 2 cards are. So I chose one oracle card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle and one tarot card from the Wild Unknown Tarot for these readings. So they will probably be short and sweet, but they will be powerful and potent and pack a punch with these very specific energies. So your oracle card is happiness. Aw, I love that. I was kind of expecting a little bit heavier and more intense of energies to come through. So I love that we're starting off with dolphins and happiness. That's really cool. You're definitely ready to step into a new level of happiness in your life, a new level of contentment, connection with others, and a sense of freedom and fun. Playfulness is coming through. So that's really cool. Your tarot card from the Wild Unknown Tarot is the 5 of Cups. So this is telling a really powerful story. I almost want to put it like this because it feels like it's more of a trajectory. But the 5 of Cups is about disappointment. It's about feeling, ultimately disappointed with the way things have worked out in your life, feeling disappointed in yourself. A milder form of it is boredom or just like a disconnection from your life. A more extreme form of it is that deep sadness and disappointment and brokenness, this feeling of, just disconnection and unhappiness with the way your life has turned out. But there's such a powerful message here that happiness is your birthright, and where you're walking is full of joy and love and connection. And the divine, the universe, your higher self, knows more than you, knows better than you, knows more about what can truly make your soul feel happy and content. There's this feeling of a version of you that believes they know exactly what would make them happy. A version of you that's attached to people, places, or things that once brought them joy, that once brought them a sense of connection and happiness and fulfillment. And there's this feeling of the divine has a higher viewpoint and knows your soul more deeply than you even can fathom your own soul. Literally, they're the creator of your soul and your being. So there's this deep trust and surrender that's wanting to come through for you, a trust in your path, a trust in where you're being called to go, a trust in this experience of disappointment and letting it teach you about who you truly are and what truly serves your soul being. There's this message of higher awareness of your purpose and what it really means to be fulfilled on a holistic level. And that includes your relationships, your personal fulfillment, your creativity, the actions you're taking in the world. And inherent in being human is a sense of purpose. The world is hurting, and we all have gifts that are meant to be shared and brought forth. We all have a voice. And there's a part of you that is included in this overall sense of holistic happiness, and it has to do with that purpose and sharing your gifts and creating positive change in the world, being a force of positive change and love in the world. So we're moving forward in that and holistic, inclusive way of all those elements of you that need to be honored and channeled and embodied moving forward. And so whatever this disappointment energy is, we're definitely releasing it. We're definitely walking away from existing in it, but not without having let it teach us about our purpose and about what we really, really, truly need at a deeper level of our soul to feel content and fulfilled as a human being on this earth. So there's purpose in the disappointment, but it's time to let go, because we're meant to walk into this joy and happiness as a whole sovereign being, and we haven't left anything behind. All parts of us get to come along for the ride. And so this disappointment journey, this place where we've been more recently, might just be something we needed to do to retrieve certain elements of ourselves and to remember that this is a part of ourselves that without embodying and holding close to our heart, we wouldn't be fulfilled if we went after all of the more surface level things. So, and again, I think it's rooted in our purpose and our gifts and what we have to share and how we're making a difference and what legacy we're leaving, what impact we're leaving on this planet, you know? So within the human condition, within the human connection and the collective human soul. So what healing are we leaving behind us? And that we can't move forward without that piece of ourselves being intact and being embodied and channeled through us in the world. So, alrighty, that is your short and sweet 1-card oracle, 1-card tarot pull. I hope this resonated and sat well with you and helps you release and let go of the past and truly move forward and realize all of this had purpose and meaning. So, okay, thank you so much. If you'd like to be more deeply supported by me, you can check out some of my other readings. They're a little bit more in-depth and detailed. I also have a Patreon account where I offer 2 in-depth pick a flower readings every month and 1 guided visualization and infinite prayer Reiki blessing every month as well. So I made it extremely accessible. If you're interested in that, there's a link down below. You can also check out my merchandise. It's adorable. It has my bee and flowers logo with the phrase "Hello, lovely human" on it. You can leave me a tip / buy me a coffee, or you can check out my other YouTube channel. It is my heart and soul in video form. It is called Soul Hearken. I'd love to see you over there. So thank you so much again, and I hope to see you in another reading. Bye. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower Oracle. My name is Krista, and I deliver the messages and frequencies you need to help you align to your soul's most authentic and abundant nature and path. So for today's reading, we are doing a short and sweet pick a flower reading, or pick a dried flower reading, or dried rose to be exact. And I pulled one tarot card and one oracle card for this reading. So I did that intentionally. I want the reading to pack a punch. It may be short and sweet, but it is a really powerful message, especially with these focused frequencies of these two specific cards. I really do love the way the messages come through with these just two cards. It just feels so much more potent and powerful sometimes when you have to channel it through specific energies. I also intentionally picked dried flowers to use in this because this question that we're asking in this reading is, what is it that you need to release or let go of? What is it that we're allowing to naturally die away and naturally turn into this mulch or this, to help nourish and feed the grounds of our soul, and fertilize the grounds of our soul so that something even more beautiful and something even more authentic to us can grow. So that's my prompt for the reading. We're going to get right into it. For the Wild Unknown Tarot, your tarot card is the Seven of Wands. All right. And then your oracle card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle is Healing Chaos. Oh my goodness. Okay, what is this message? Whoa. We've got two very powerful energies coming through. So there's this feeling of protecting your energy amidst chaotic energies that are fluttering around you. There's also a message of the reality that the chaos that may be surrounding you has potency and transformational power within it, with the butterflies circling the tornado here in this this image. You're in a moment of transformation and a connection and ignition of your inner power. So there's a message that this is temporary. So this feeling of needing to protect your energy, of needing to stand up for what you believe in or stand up for the truth of your soul. There's this really inner strength that's coming through, this inner defense, like a powerful sacred defense that's coming through in your energy. And it's a defense of the sacred within you. It's a defense of the truth within you. And it's like a taking a staff and marking your territory kind of energy. It's like, I am standing my ground on my truth. I am not wavering even amidst this chaos around me, even amidst this tornado energy that is feels apparently as if it wants to come through and break down everything I stand for, the love that I stand for, the truth that I stand for. Nothing can waver or nothing can cause me to waver. And yeah, you're being called to stand in that light and in that strength and protect your energy. And there's a message here that you're in the right and you are not only allowed to defend yourself and to speak up for yourself, but you are, it's only natural that you do so. If you don't defend yourself and if you don't speak up for yourself, there's this feeling of all you're doing if you don't is resisting what wants to happen within you and what naturally will come through you and be channeled through you if you only allow it to be. And there also is this powerful divine protection that's coming through. So with that protect your energy, I almost want to tell you, so long as you allow this truth to be channeled through you in this powerful, healthy way and expressed outwardly through you, it's like, in so much that you allow that to work through you is the extent to which you'll feel protected within it. So inherent in the quality of this standing up for myself, speaking my truth, whatever it may be, standing my ground, inherent in that quality and in that action and in that allowing of that to be worked through you, through your voice, through your actions, whatever, through your energy, whatever it is that you feel called to do, inherent in that is protection. So the more deeply you allow it, the more deeply you'll feel protected. It is protection itself. So there's no worry or fear that if there's any resistance or worry or fear that you won't be protected or safe in standing up for yourself, speaking your voice, whatever it is, that gets negated in the truth of what's really ultimately happening when you do allow it. Yes, period. So there's also like empathy coming through of, I understand that this is difficult. I understand that this is overwhelming. I understand that this is scary. It's like I feel for you. I'm so sorry that you have to walk through this. I'm so sorry that this is happening. You are safe in this. You are protected in this. You are safe to do what your heart and soul feels called to do. There's such just protection being placed around you, and I want you to feel that and know that and walk forward confidently in that. So, all right. So I know that was such a short message, but again, like I said, these energies that come through in 2 cards really pack a punch. I just want to send so much love and my own prayer for protection for you as well, and comfort and pride moving forward. And I just want to like pride for you and pride for what you're being courageous enough to do and what you're being courageous enough to stand in. So we need more of that in the world. So thank you. And all right. Yeah, thank you. I think that's it. Thank you so much. If you'd like to be more supported by me more deeply, I have other YouTube readings that you can check out. I also have a Patreon. It is a place where I offer 2 in-depth pick a flower readings every month, along with a guided visualization and infinite prayer Reiki blessing every single month. I made it extremely accessible. There's a link down below if you'd like to check that out. Otherwise, I do offer merchandise. It's adorable. It has my bee and flowers logo with the phrase "Hello, lovely human" on it. You can leave me a tip / buy me a coffee, or you can check out my other YouTube channel. It is called Soul Hearken. It is my heart and soul in video form. So thank you so much for being here. I'm honored by your presence, and I hope to see you in another reading. Bye. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower Oracle. My name is Krista, and I deliver the messages and frequencies you need to align to your soul's most authentic and abundant nature and path. So for today's reading, we are doing a short and sweet 2-card pull. So 1 card is a tarot card and 1 is an oracle card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. The tarot's from the Wild Unknown Tarot. And I'm also using dried roses. So in other words, dead roses. And the question is, what is ready in your life to be released, let go of? What are you ready to allow to kind of die off and become mulch for the soil of your soul, so that something new and fresh and beautiful that's more aligned, more authentic to who you are can be born and sprouted and grown within your being. So you chose this lovely flower here, and for your oracle card from the Sacred Destiny, you got security. There's an image of a cave and a fire, so it's like a home. Oh, and then there's like a night sky. So safety, security is coming through, stability. Okay, let's see what your tarot card is. We've got the 6 of There's swords, 6 of Swords. Wow, I love that. So 6 of Swords is a card of hope. It's a card of healing. Your life is moving into a calmer, stable, more stable place. We're moving into a sense of stability and security in the material world. So abundance, feelings of being provided for, feeling physically satiated, feeling as if you can exist in your world without existing in energies of scarcity or lack. We're existing in abundance. We're existing in freedom within the physical landscape. So if there have been in your past or even now any energies of lack or scarcity or having to live in a world where you had to, like, I'm imagining someone like doing a budget and having to cut corners and having to relinquish things that their soul really wanted, or even their physical, like human ego even really wanted, that is totally acceptable to want, and having to having to limit oneself, having to hold something back from the self that is not meant to be held back. Like something that's meant to be satiated in your physical being, in your soul being, in your heart. That kind of, that has to do with the physical world. I'm just, that feeling of neglect, like almost like self-neglect out of a sense of duty, a sense of scarcity or lack, or duty to someone else. That kind of feeling. There's a release of that. There's a letting go of that. We're no longer doing that. We're changing and shifting our priorities. We're allowing our desires to be met. We're allowing our needs to, it feels almost like needs have gone unmet, and you've put other people's needs or other priorities over your needs. And we're not doing that anymore. We're living in a state of being where we are existing in a sense of love and abundance and connection to the physical world that feels healthy and good. There's a sense of sovereignty, like other people's ideologies aren't encroaching in on our priorities and how we manage our connection to the physical world, our connection to money. There is this feeling of, I'm going to do this my way. I'm going to do this in a way where I feel good, where my body and soul I don't feel like I'm neglecting myself anymore. I'm letting go, and I'm trusting and knowing that all of my needs will be met. And in no way how do I word this? In no way does my satiating of my own needs and desires mean that others' needs and desires are going unmet because of that. There might have been some sort of internal belief structure that made us feel that way. Like, okay, if I'm taking this for myself, then I'm taking it away from another being, or like I'm neglecting someone else. So it's like almost like someone has to be neglected, so I will choose that to be me. We're releasing that. We're letting go of that. We are not participating in that mentality anymore, because it's not ultimate truth. It's not reality. In nature, abundance is reality. And we're connecting to that reality, and we're living that reality. And the more we live that reality, the more we feed into the abundance of nature and reality, of that truth, the more that becomes true for others as well. The more we're helping to co-create that mental network within the human soul, like the collective human soul, we're helping to create that, like, and ground that knowing of abundance within the human race in general. Because we do have abundance. Abundance is law. It's the scarcity, the hoarding of abundance, or the opposite of that, where we're denying ourselves abundance. That is more of an imbalanced state that we've entered into as unhealed humans or wounded humans. And what you're doing by releasing those energies and existing in abundance and truth and letting yourself be fulfilled, you are helping to co-create that reality for the whole of humanity. You're healing a piece of the soul of humanity in a way. So there's no guilt there. There's no, because you know it's a good thing for the rest of people. It's almost like that mentality of like lack, or someone has to lack, so it might as well be me. It's like flipping that on its head, and it's like someone, like abundance is meant to be for everyone, so I'm included in that. And it's almost like an inside out version of the belief, that it's like a healed version of that belief basically. And it feels very heart centered. I feel it in my heart as I'm speaking. So this is a heart healing, you know, this is something, a feeling of worthiness that's shifting inside of us, and an awakening to that worthiness of what, and the truth. It's an awakening to the truth of reality, and just realizing there's no place for that guilt anymore. And it's just not true. It never was. So, alrighty, I think that's your short and sweet message. Really beautiful. Thank you so much for allowing me to channel this message for you. I am honored by your presence. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply, I do have other YouTube readings. I also have a Patreon where I offer 2 in-depth pick a flower readings every month, and 1 infinite prayer, guided visualization, and Reiki blessing every month. I've made it very accessible. There's a link down below if you're interested in checking that out. Otherwise, I do have really cute merchandise. It has my Bee and Flowers logo with the phrase "Hello, lovely human" on it. And if you'd like to leave me a tip / buy me a coffee, there's a link down below for that. I also have another YouTube channel. It's called Soul Harken. It's my heart and soul in video form. Link again down below. Every way in which you can be supported by me is down below if you'd like to check all of those links out. But thank you so much for being here. I'm honored by your presence, and I hope to see you in another reading. Bye. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower Oracle. My name is Krista, and I deliver the messages and frequencies you need to help you align to your soul's most authentic and abundant path and nature. So for today's reading, I am offering a short and sweet 2-card pull, really. It's a 1 tarot card pull and a 1 oracle card pull. And I'm using the dried roses for these because my prompt today is, what are you ready to release? What are you ready to let go of? What can finally be allowed to kind of die off and turn into the mulch of your soul to help fertilize the grounds of your soul, so something new and beautiful and fresh can burst through. So we're gonna just get right into it. The oracle card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle that you got is openness. I love that. And interestingly, I don't know, I've had this oracle deck forever, and I don't know that I've ever pulled that card. And so there really is something new and fresh coming through. And this full moon on the card is this culmination. It feels like a culmination, a beauty, a manifestation finally coming to earth, like being illuminated and expressed. And it feels like the stars, there are all these constellations around this moon, and it feels like the stars are aligning, and something's really being birthed through you. So I'm definitely curious what your tarot card is. And you got the High Priestess. Wow. Another moon on the card. So the moon card in tarot, is the energy of that is very present as well. So there's something really amazing being birthed through you. There's a lot going on under the surface in your being right now. Whatever it is that you've been doing in your life to take action steps towards, like, whatever dreams that you're wanting to create, there's so much under the surface happening in your favor for these dreams to come to reality. So my prompt for this reading has been, what is it that you're ready to release and let go of? So that's the question, right? So I'm like, this feels so beautiful. It's like, this feels like the energy that you're stepping into after the release. So there's such a strong ultimate first message here of keep doing what you're doing. There's this powerful energy pouring through you right now, and something is about to culminate in your life and come to fruition in the physical world. Or at least, if it's not a physical manifestation, it's an internal shift, an internal healing, a revelation that has been brewing under the surface and is ready to be witnessed. And in alignment, there's an alignment happening that it does feel connected to the physical world. It feels necessary to move forward in the physical world. What are we releasing? That's the question. There's a feeling of releasing rigidity, releasing expectations, releasing anything that has been placed in a box. Anything that, like, if we have an understanding of how we think our world and our path is going to unfold, there's this message to completely bury all of that in the ground. There's a feeling of putting all of our expectations and like in the ground and burying it and letting and trusting that the universe and the earth have our back so much that whatever's meant to, like, again, with that mulch metaphor, like turn into mulch and nourish and feed the earth and fertilize the earth is meant to do that. And then anything that's still viable and still wants to remain in our life and in our being will be preserved. So anything that was on stable ground, anything that still serves us moving forward will be preserved. But there is this overall ultimate surrender that wants to happen, and letting go of all of it and trusting in our footsteps, trusting in the path that our intuition is leading us into. So we might not, like, for the next few steps of our life, we might not exactly know where we're going, but we know we're taking the right steps because it feels aligned in our being. And we are very highly attuned to our intuition, and we know. You absolutely know. I always say we for some reason in readings. Like, it feels like spirit guides coming through and channeling, like we're doing this in a way. But yeah, there's this feeling of, I know exactly what I'm doing. I might not know what it's going to look like when I get on the other side of this portal, when I get to the other side of these steps that I'm taking. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but every cell in my being knows that I'm making the right decisions, and this is what I'm called to do. So it's not what I expected. It's not the path I thought I'd be taking, but it ultimately is the path that I'm called to, and I trust in that. And that is there's such beauty, there's such excitement in that, there's such adventure, and the unknown is just beckoning me forward, and I cannot help but follow that path and follow that journey. And I cannot help but be consumed with curiosity with where it's going to lead. So that's the energy we're entering into. So again, that letting go is just more of that ultimate surrender and trust. And again, and it feels like you're to the point where it feels like I almost don't need to tell you this, but obviously if we're doing a reading for it, you need to be reminded. But just trust all of the dreams that have been dropped into your being along the way, the visions that have been handed to you through your path, and the inner knowing of what's meant for you. It's all still real. It's all still potent. It's all still going to unfold, but the way in which it unfolds you will never be able to know until it happens. So stay open to that. Everything's going to unfold perfectly, but you don't know how. And that's the beauty. That's such a beautiful part of being human. So we're letting go of control. We're knowing that God has our back, and we're embracing this scary yet beautiful, yet light, yet dark, human journey. We're embracing all of it, and we're here for it. So that's the journey we're on. So yeah, so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful message. I think that's it. I don't know. Is there anything else? Is there anything else to channel here? You've got this. Trust in who you are to guide you to love. You are love. You can't, the only thing you can do to prevent your dreams from coming true and beauty from existing in your world is to resist it and to hold yourself back and to not take any action and to stay in a box. That's the only way you could hold yourself back, because ultimately you are love and you're meant for this and it's meant for you. So, and you're healing. So healing is meant for you. You're an antidote to the world's ills. And so the antidote to your ills is available to you. It's all a mirror. You are love, and love is where you're meant to go and exist within. And in whatever way that reflects itself back to you in the form of other beautiful humans who love you and acknowledge you and cherish you, or in the environment and culture you're in, the places you go, the people you collaborate with to create beautiful things, the family you create, the home life you create, the world you create under yourself and in your own being. It's all beautiful and it's all made of love, and yeah, you're meant for love. So, alrighty, thank you so much. That was your message. So if you want to be supported by me in other ways, you can check out my other YouTube readings. I've got pick a flower readings. I do channeled messages, water scrying, messages from flowers. There are lots of different videos on here, so you can check those out. You could also check out my Patreon. In that, I offer 2 in-depth pick a flower readings every month, along with 1 infinite prayer guided visualization and Reiki blessing. I've made it very accessible if you'd like to check that out. You can check out my merchandise. It's adorable. It has my Bee in Flowers logo with the phrase "Hello, lovely human" on it. You can leave me a tip / buy me a coffee. And last but not least, you can check out my other YouTube channel. It's called Soul Harken. It's my heart and soul in video form. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in another reading. Bye.